Welcome back for part 2 of episode 56.
56 deuces. Alright, two. Two deuces.
Of Top Rope Rat right here on the YouTube. I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm Justin Kyle.
And let's get started right at the SummerSlam 1989. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there was a 1989.
There was. And there was not even one yet. Feel the heat! The date was August 28th, 1989, and for our younger viewers, if you've never seen it because you were too young, you can go on the network for only $9.99 and watch this very event that had 10 matches.
And if you sign up for May, you get it for free. They're doing it on the free month.
They are doing it on the free month. I don't guess you get to see the first one on the pay-per-view, so you get to see 9 matches. That's pretty good.
No, you don't get the first one.
Attendance was 20,000, and the venue was the Meadowlands Arena.
That 20,000, that seems too even, you know. I think they kind of evened it out.
They probably did.
It's very weird.
Maybe threw some people in there that worked for the company.
Yes. Well, let's get started with a dark match that no one got to see unless you were there, and who really gives a crap?
And they didn't even keep up with the time, apparently.
It was the Canadian Dino Bravo destroying the Hall of Famer, Coco Beware, and Frankie.
Dino probably should be in the Hall of Fame before Coco.
Yes, he should be.
Lord, he be. No,
what opened the card was a great tag team match.
Yes, it was. The Brain Busters, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard with Bobby the Brain Heenan defeated the Hart Foundation, Brett and Jim Neidhart. 16 minutes and 23 seconds.
Now, how is that a rub to come in
and start beating
a top team?
Exactly. They could have beat, you know, the Bushwhackers, but not they beat them.
Yes. What a great opening match.
The Bushwhackers, I don't even know they were around in 89.
Makes you want to go back and watch this SummerSlam.
It does, don't it?
The next match was the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Buckle 3, if you will.
Defeating the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, the Honky Tonk Man, with the Colonel Jimmy Hart.
Yes, please watch part 4. Speaking of the...
In 9 minutes and 36 seconds. Benny beating with a big old boom and dropping elbow.
He didn't drop an elbow, he did that.
Oh, this is no, he runs and drops an elbow. Dusty does.
That's scary.
Watch old footage of this or NWA.
That's scary.
Big boy runs in the ropes. Big Doe Boy, yes. That's right, Big Doe.
Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, on number 4 here, which is actually number 3.
3, yes.
It's actually number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the funny thing.
It is the funny thing.
It is the funny thing. Mr. Perfect, yes, Kurt Hennig, defeating the Red Rooster, Mr. Perfect, Terry Taylor, the Red Rooster.
Terry Taylor.
Yes, the Red Rooster, Terry Taylor, was originally supposed to be Mr. Perfect. Thank goodness that did not happen. Because Mr. Perfect
do that.
Right? Because Mr. Perfect probably would not have gotten over if it was Terry Taylor. I'm not saying anything against Terry Taylor, I'm just saying.
No, I have no problem with Terry. I like Terry Taylor.
Right. He's a good hand.
I felt bad for Terry Taylor when he had to be the Red Rooster.
That's true. But that was 3 minutes and 21 seconds, but I honestly think, you know, everything happens for a reason, and Mr. Perfect should have always been Kurt Hennig. No one else could have done it better.
Next match is a 6-man tag team match.
There's 2 of those on here, by the way. Kind of weird.
It is weird. It took 14 minutes and 58 seconds for Rick Martel, I don't think he was the model yet, and the Fabulous Rougeaus, Jacques and Raymond, with Jimmy Hart, to defeat Tito Santana, Chico, and the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. Okay.
14 minutes.
I said that's what I said before. Yes, I threw the time there. Kind of shaking things up a little bit.
Speaking of shaking things up, he shook the ropes all the way to heaven. All right. The Ultimate Warrior.
He'll be out of there too.
Oh, that's sad. Defeated the Ravishing Man in Heaven, I guess you'd say. You know, just to make it better, you know. The Ravishing One, not the Ravishing Russian, but the Ravishing Rick Rude, who was the Intercontinental Champion, accompanied to the ring by Bobby the Brain Heenan. He's a busy guy, you know that?
Yes, so see, okay, so Warrior,
2 seconds.
Rude beat Warrior at WrestleMania.
Yes.
So it took back to SummerSlam, the next biggest pay-per-view, for him to get his rematch.
So Warrior beat Rude?
Yeah, Rude beat Warrior at WrestleMania. And then Warrior beat Rude back at SummerSlam.
Took all the way that time.
Yes.
There you go.
Well, you never think of that this damn time.
No.
Something happens at WrestleMania or whatever pay-per-view it is. On Raw the next night, I'm getting my tongue shot. No, you're not.
Right.
Up next, oh lordy. The Hacksaw Ho! Jim Duggan and Demolition Axe and Smash defeated Andre the Giant and the Twin Towers. That's a big team.
That is a
Andre the
huge
Giant,
team.
Big Boss Man, and the African Dream, Akeem, with their managers Bobby the Brain Heat and the Dr. Style Slick.
Yes.
In another 6-man tag match.
Very short.
In 7 minutes and 23 seconds.
I think that was at the point pretty much where Andre couldn't really go.
Yeah, he was.
So Big Boss Man probably did all the work in that
Yeah.
match. And then the next match was Greg the Hammer Valentine.
No, he still has some time because he hasn't won the tag team titles yet.
with
Haku.
with King Haku, which again, King Haku
Colossal
probably did all the
connection.
work.
Andre and I need to think of these tag teams, huh? Think of these tag teams,
Think
folks.
of the tag teams. Greg the Hammer Valentine with Jimmy Hart. One time, one half of the Rhythm and Blues. Defeated Hercules. 3 minutes and 8 seconds.
Our next match is the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase with Virgil defeating the Superfly Jimmy Snuka by countout in 6 minutes and 27 seconds.
Very nice.
And in the main event,
I told y'all people to come back on part 2 to find out who shouldn't have been in the main event.
you're talking about part 1 to come back on part 2.
I said part 1 to come back to
Yeah,
part,
part
2.
2 on part 1.
Same thing.
I don't even want to talk about her for it. She deserves to be there. Jeez.
Absolutely. Hulk Hogan and Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Bruta! Brother Bruta! Snip, 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 snip. I ain't got no hedges, hedge clippers.
You ain't got no hedges. My head is not a hedge anyway.
He used hedge clippers. Clip, clip, clip.
He did.
Okay, imaginary hedge clippers.
And I got to see him use the hedge clippers at WrestleCade. He cut somebody's hair.
After he screwed you out of $10.
After, yay, man.
That's another story for another day.
Hey, man, we're not going to make ruffle anybody's feathers today.
But you never know what happens in the next Carter's Corner.
That's true.
Brutus Beefcake, he cut $10 out of my pocket.
Oh, goodness gracious. Hogan and Beefcake with Miss Elizabeth defeated Randy, the Macho King, apparently this time. Because Elizabeth wasn't with him. And Sherry was.
Yep, it could be.
Could be. Randy Savage
Look at the picture and
and...
sleep.
True. Randy Savage and Zeus.
Tiny Lester.
Yes, Tiny Lester. The guy from
The Friday movies.
the Friday movies, but and he was also in The Dark Knight. Because he's one of the prisoners on the boat.
Get that eye! Look over here. He's looking over there.
And he was also in No Holds Barred. Yes, people. That horrible wrestling movie.
That was right around the same time. The match. The movie.
You know why it's around the same time? I think it was actually explained in this
Probably is.
with our Hogan stuff with Savage. Because it's supposed to be Hogan and Savage, but instead he was like, I'll team up with Beefcake and we'll have a tag match and put Zeus in it. He's not a wrestler, people. That's stupid.
So we're pushing the movie No Holds Barred. The match. The movie.
Did they actually call it No Holds Barred the match?
The movie.
That's really stupid.
This match? No, this match was No Holds Barred.
Okay. So Bobby Heenan is in 1,
Bobby Heenan's in a lot.
2,
Because he managed a lot of guys. That's why he was a great manager.
3 matches that night. Jimmy Hart was in 1.
And Jimmy can still go. You could brainstorm act for Jimmy. Now.
3. So they both had 3. So that means they showed that they were equally important.
Oh, yes.
And you see how they do every other one. It was like Bobby here, and then let's see, they skipped 3 for him, and they probably got to go change his jackets too. But anyway, and then Hart had he was at number 3, and you skip, and he went to number 5 here on Jimmy. So they gave him time to run back there.
Because listen, he had the future tag team champions of Brainbusters.
Yes, he did.
He had the current Intercontinental Champion at this time, Rick Rude.
Yeah.
He had the largest athlete in the world, Andre the Giant.
That's true. He had a lot going on. What a good SummerSlam though. I mean, besides the main event, I would still like to see Dusty and Honky and the Brainbusters tag team.
Dusty and
match.
Hogan. Yeah,
Dusty and Honky.
I mean, the Brainbusters Hearts, that's a main event by itself.
That is the main event by itself. And even the 6-mans are probably pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, they gave them time.
And Warrior and Rude.
Yeah.
Good match there.
For the title.
For
Which was the funny thing about it, because WrestleMania,
Yes.
for the Intercontinental title, Warrior and Rude. Then it was SummerSlam, Warrior and Rude for the Intercontinental title. The next SummerSlam it was Warrior and Rude for the world title in a steel cage match.
So they must have really liked the chemistry of the two of them.
They worked well together.
They did work well together.
Throw a title in there, it always helps.
Rude always brought the best out of and Macho Man did the same thing for him.
And the longest match of the night was the tag team match, the Brave versus the Hart Foundation.
Wow. They started out with the longest match.
It was only 21 seconds more than the Intercontinental title match.
Very interesting.
And the lowest match was Perfect and Terry Taylor.
Nope.
Well,
Great Valentine.
Great Valentine and Hercules.
3 minutes and 8 seconds.
Only because there's no women on this card that wrestled.
That's true. Or there would have been a 1-minute match.
Yeah, maybe even back then.
So next week we're going to go over SummerSlam 1990.
And we're going to go in order until we decide we're not going in order. We may look at it and go, no, we're not talking about that terrible SummerSlam card.
That is true.
And ladies and gentlemen, there were some terrible SummerSlam cards.
That's true.
So until we say otherwise, we'll be back right here.
SummerSlam's in August?
It's in August, yes, man.
And where are we at now? May? June? July?
We're just starting May, yes.
Yeah, we got like 3 more months. Yeah, plenty of time for SummerSlam.
But they're close to WrestleMania, so like 20-something SummerSlam, so
Let's go. We might have to cut a few, but still.
maybe cut a few. But hell, if you look at them, there may be a few that need to be cut.
That is true.
Maybe come back and go, okay, let's make our SummerSlam card before SummerSlam shows up of the best matches from the past SummerSlams.
That's true.
You never know what's going to happen in these brains up here.
That's right. We're always thinking. But, ladies and gentlemen, next in part 3 is always our favorite. It is Eric Rowan over here, Big Red, and it's Stardust.
Speaking of Eric Rowan, what did you thought about that up?
Oh gosh,
On a house show.
he won a match?
Nope. He got beat by Sami Zayn.
Interesting.
Now, Sami Zayn's a good guy.
So
Eric
is Eric
Rowan's a
Rowan.
good guy. Mm-hmm. Or is he changing? Because the Big Red thing is...
But they did that to him, though. They made it go
man.
kaput because they
I
let him
know.
lose all the time in Big
know.
Show. I mean, you can't put someone over losing all the time. My God.
No, you can't give him a name, and then they're going to go over and they don't even scratch a win.
Should he go back with Luke Harper and become a tag team? Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of help your WrestleMania card, wouldn't it? But next.
My WrestleMania card doesn't need any help.
I'm just saying, putting them together with.
We've got plenty of time for that.
But in the next countdown, find out what WWE and Marvel have in common.
I know, with the Avengers Age of Ultron coming out this past Friday.
Yes.
Great movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Let's bump them up there to the $220 million mark for the opening weekend.
There you go.
We're going to talk about 12 Marvel characters and their WWE soulmates.
Plus, the next 10 in our 30 greatest WWE villains, number 20 down to number 11.
And finally, 10 greatest diving elbow drops of all time.
Some of them.
Who has the elbow drop of
Some
doom?
of them may surprise you.
It should. And that will be it for Countdown, so come on back here to Top Rope Reality on the YouTube. Because I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm Justin Cobb.
And we'll see you in a couple of clicks.